Hello everybody, welcome back to the Chris and Ed virtual tasting we do every week for Old North State Winery. We taste 4 what we call international wines. You know, we are a winery, we make our own wine, but we also like to explore the wines of the world so that everybody understands why. The Yadkin Valley special as well, understanding that each area can produce the same grape but in a different way. And that's what we like about the world of wine. It's special. It's
something new every day.
Yeah. It's expressive, and we like that. So we've got a couple of old world wines today that we're going to taste. We're going to do 2 on our virtual tasting. We do 4 in person on Thursdays at 6 p.m. We're doing this video a couple days before, and so we were just having a little conversation off air.
Oh, well, in our pre-meeting.
Right, in our pre-meeting with our producer, director, and makeup. And what else do we have? A grip.
It's a key grip. That's where they hold the.
Yeah, that's important.
They hold the microphone.
How about the boom dude?
Boom dude.
Yeah. So all those people were in our meeting. Well, actually, they all called out sick. Actually, it was just
every last one of them.
Yeah, and we also.
Yeah, it's the winter colds.
Yeah, it's got to be. This is sniffles. But anyways,
it's the 74th time they've done that.
Yeah, we've done quite a few videos without. Now, every now and again, we'll have a guest. We're due for a guest.
We are due for a guest. Well, stay tuned.
We need to put a priority on it. But our top-notch production. So when we were warming up beforehand, we were talking about tomorrow's Groundhog Day, and
Big day.
we're threatening the groundhog with violence because this cold weather has been really affecting our restaurant.
It's been a negative force in our life.
Boo.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
We want. Well, it's pretty today. You can probably see the sunbeams bouncing off of us.
I mean, it's just the sun. It's still brutal out there.
Yeah, but all this, last 2 or 3 weekends in a row, they've been calling for frozen stuff. So people buy all the milk and all the bread, and they sit in their house,
waiting
for the end. This is the end.
And you can't get any bread. Actually, you can get bread if you go to the deli part.
You go to the
where
right
where
place,
the good bread is.
Where the real bread is.
Thank you.
Well, anyway, you get the point. We'd rather you be here in person, especially on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. where we taste 4 different wines from all around the world. And we never taste the same wine twice. So we have new people every single week, and we have people that have been 100 times, and they're equally as pleased, and we love seeing all of you. And
so impressive.
Those of you that can't be there, we appreciate you watching along on this video and sharing this video with your friends and family, and just getting the word out that you can have fun with wine like Chris and I do. I mean, we're tongue-in-cheek. We're just low budget, but it's really not about the production value. It's about us talking about wine.
And the content is world-class.
That's right. And we want to share our love of wine and learn as we go, as we always do. We are not a finished product when it comes to wine knowledge. We are learning, and there's only one way to do it.
Drinking wine.
Drink! So let's drink, Chef.
Cheers.
Cheers to you out there. Yummy. Spotsburgunder. This is Pinot Noir from Germany. And wow, isn't that lovely?
It is really lovely, especially because we've been drinking a lot of big Pinots lately that don't really drink like Pinots, and it's kind of refreshing to drink a Pinot that tastes like a Pinot.
Well, yeah, absolutely. This is old school, old world. It doesn't get much further north than Germany when it comes to winemaking. They actually really rely on being on the Rhine River or a other river, but mostly the Rhine River, for its reflective qualities to help give these grapes enough sun to ripen. You will get a true sense of the Pinot Noir grape here. This is, for Pinot purists, this is the kind of style they often are looking for. It's very, very lean. We're actually serving it a little bit cooler today, so it's even to me it's even better.
Yes,
with just a little chill on it.
I like a little chill on it. It really the brightness, the notes really come out.
Dr. Hayden, they've been doing it since right around 1999ish, and Wow, what can I say? This is an area known for classic wineries, meaning some centuries old, many centuries old for that matter. And so in terms of German winemaking, this is a relatively young winery, but boy, they are producing some beautiful stuff. They have a great portfolio, and obviously they have Riesling and all the other great whites you'd expect. They even have some rosés, which is
that'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't know if we've done any rosés from Germany yet.
I can't remember them.
But this is classic. When it comes to the Somme world, it's very important to know where your Pinots come from. And Germany is one of those areas that you should know their style if you want to be a great Somme, or if you just have a passion for Pinot Noir. German Pinot Noirs can be held, in my opinion, shoulder to shoulder with any Pinots in the world, and they've earned that, and they defend that reputation.
Well, it's certainly being
like
earned in the glass there, isn't
Absolutely.
it? And that's really where it's all about. I mean, you can have a lot of name recognition, and that's rightfully so. That's earned as well. But boy, oh boy,
I'm in love.
Especially for this time of day. This is a treat, chef, on the alcohol content. Just because typically German wines are going to be on the lower end. This is actually 13%, which is pretty strong for Germany. But it's been a minute since we've had a 13 on the red side.
Sure, and so this is a pretty ripe Pinot for Germany standards, and boy, I can't say enough good things about it, Chef. I'm looking at your tears in your glass, and they're pretty sluggish.
Tears and bubbles. We've got some. It's just great. I'm not used to seeing bubbles like this on a 13. Really, really nice.
Wow, the cherry notes are phenomenal.
Cherry, I'm getting a little strawberry too.
Absolutely.
Almost a little, I don't know how to say, almost a balsamic.
Yeah, I could definitely see some balsamic, maybe some balsamic mushrooms.
Yeah.
Because there's like this earthiness in it. I know balsamic has this earthy notes to it, but
depends on who makes it.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. And so there's a lot going on here, and beautiful, dry, super fine tannins. And I'm really only getting them on the tongue. I don't really find them migrating around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful acidity, of course, not surprisingly.
Not surprising there. This is super delicious.
That's an elegant wine. And it's also a wine that I think you don't have to be a sophisticated wine drinker to really appreciate. I think this would be a great wine. I'm not going to say it would be the best to give to someone on their first go-around in wine, but as you have someone that you're kind of getting some traction with and they're starting to understand dry wines, this would be a great next rung, kind of coming up the ladder of complexities and understanding dry wines.
Yeah, but in other ways, it ought to be their first Pinot.
yeah. I mean, for sure.
You start off with some of these monsters. That's not really.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's not going to do you any long-term favors. Trying an expression like this is probably a great way to be introduced to Pinot.
Absolutely, great call there, Chef. So we got this elegant beauty, and I know we literally just walked upstairs and started recording.
What are the lines?
We didn't really have a meeting, but
we 2 seconds before we turned this on, I'm like, oh, what are these?
Yeah. So have you had time to think about it?
No, but we're gonna do a bacon tart anyway.
Yum. Gosh, we love bacon and Pinot.
Bacon and Pinot. So I had to go for the try. I'm not throwing any curveballs here. We're gonna go
wonderful.
Right down the middle with a fastball. The bacon tart. We're gonna love a little custard on this. Is gonna be outstanding too.
Yeah.
So this is going to be really nice.
I love creamy dishes with Pinot Noir.
Creamy, fatty bacon on this. Of course, I don't know which one yet, but I'm going to throw a great cheese in there to bind it all together. And I think it's just going to be terrific.
And this weather is perfect for something like that.
It really is. I mean, you just want a cup of soup and a tart.
Yeah.
And a fire. I heard you were chopping wood.
Yeah, I was chopping wood. I'm sorry I don't have my own shirt on. I was out at Mom's chopping wood. So I kind of knocked off the the shavings and.
Did your chainsaw break?
No.
Then why are you chopping wood?
Well, it's just a term.
Oh, okay.
Cutting wood.
All right, you're cutting wood.
Cut wood, yeah. Yeah.
I want you to be able to walk tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so sore from soccer this morning I can barely walk.
Oh, how did the game go Sunday?
We had a great game. We were playing. I guess we were the two teams at the top, which still no one understands. Somehow our team's undefeated. We're by far the worst team in the league, and we're 2-0. And we played another team that was 2-0, and we tied.
Wow.
We were up 3 goals, and somehow managed to. Yeah, I think it was 5-2, and it ended up being 5-5. But we could have easily lost by 12 goals. But I mean, our
miraculous saves there.
Our goalie was just getting peppered the whole game, and we let our goalie down so many times, but somehow Dwight pulled it out. But anyway, a tie is not a loss, Chef.
No, it never will be.
So we remain undefeated.
That's incredible.
Unbelievable.
That's quite a testament there.
Yeah, and it was kind of interesting because our we do have like 3 or 4 like legitimate soccer players on our team, and then we have like 6 of us that are not. And it was kind of funny because 4 of our 5 goals came from our I guess bench warmers. I guess
gotcha.
So like we were representing on the bottom end of the total.
I mean, y'all
made me happy.
So balanced.
It's comical to watch. We had a couple of fans out there, and I appreciate y'all being there.
That's probably the difference there, having a cheering section.
I told Lisa I play way better when she's there. All right, so that was delicious. It's going to be hard to walk away from this, Chef.
We've got some good news for you.
We can come back, right?
We're going to, as they say in the corporate world, we're going to circle back around.
Circle back around, that's right. So, Dr. Hayden Pinot Noir, absolutely gorgeous wine, Germany's finest, Rheinhausen. Hey, what can I say? If you drink it, you'll understand it.
What's that going to run? About 35?
Yeah, roughly. Maybe under 30. Maybe even less. I haven't really decided, Chef.
I think it ought to be 35.
I think we can trim some of the fat on that one. I've been very generous lately. I probably have cost the Webbs some money here and there because I haven't been as aggressive. But I want people to have good wine.
They're still having good wine.
Well, y'all better buy some. Just kidding.
All
right. Here we go. Now, we said we're going to do some old world wines. Ooh, look at this color. Holy shenanigans. And this is murky. Oh, gosh, I love this. I can't remember what year this was. That explains it. We got a 16. Okay. So this is from the Dow of Portugal. M.O.B. That's the three initials of the winemakers. And so what we have here is a Triga Nacional blend. And that is very, very common in Portugal, as you probably know from previous episodes or times here in person as we talk about Portuguese wines, or even at the chef's table, where we do Portuguese wines quite often because of their affinity for food, particularly Chef Chris's dishes. We've even done chef's tables where the entire meal was Portuguese wines.
That was a special.
And you would think that would be something difficult to do, but it's one of the easiest for me.
Well, it was nothing but home runs too. I mean, they were all so incredible.
I love the smell.
I can't stop smelling this wine.
All right, notice
the
here.
The bouquet, I mean, if it tastes anything like it smells, then we're in for a treat.
It smells like milk chocolate and cherries and... Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. So, this deep color you expect from Portuguese reds, I think. I think that's pretty understated there. But let's just go ahead and say it again, that you expect a density of color and fruit. And typically, they kind of look bigger than they are. And once they hit your palate, they're going to be really texturally plush and big, but they finish so much cleaner than one like a similar looking wine would from maybe California. Would you agree?
Man, this wine is crazy.
I know, right?
I mean, it is rich.
We did it.
And bright and tannicky and smooth. It is a symphony of opposites, and it can't stop contradicting itself, and it's all working.
It's almost so balanced that it just dissipates at the end.
It just has so much happening.
How can it be that plush? Well, this is also a 13% alcohol wine, but it doesn't taste like there's any alcohol in it at all. I mean, it's incredible.
It also tastes 20 years old.
I love this texture. This obviously is a sweet point for this wine. Sub 10 years, I would say, for most of these type of products.
But and for a sub 10, I think 6 is probably a great sweet spot.
Yep.
5.5, 6 years. I mean, that's for a structured wine. That is a great time to drink it. Is that? Wouldn't you agree?
It's interesting because everything's integrated. Chef, I'm getting raspberry and plum now.
Plum all over it.
That's like that really dark plum that like when you bite into it, it's red on the inside.
Well, yeah, and it's not cooked plum. This is a fresh, but a plum or a really overripe nectarine.
Right.
It's just
maybe even a fresh fig, flavor wise.
Absolutely a fresh fig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's there's
especially with fresh, full of water. I mean,
Yeah, this says something about a wine when we can sit here and rattle off so many things about it in just a handful of seconds. To me, that is the sign of a well-crafted, serious wine. And we did their white on the chef's table. We actually did the white, I believe, featured at a Thursday night tasting.
Well, I remember it because I was, yes.
Yep.
But I would have remembered this. Of course, I can't remember where my keys are. I always say that, and then I would. But I remember wine better than I remember important things. Like
there's some sneaky spice in there. It's like super, super finely ground. I would even maybe go into like something like a mace or nutmeg or something way.
I mean,
way
like if you
fine,
just kind of
super
grated
fine.
a little nutmeg. I know this is going to sound weird, but like a toasted coriander.
Yes.
Could even fall in there. I mean, not like.
There's
huge,
not a lot.
Not like grinding it over, but it's
way
there.
down.
It's way down there.
Way behind the fruit. But what a nice little surprise layer. Now keep in mind, we did not decant this bottle. You watched us open it, so you may experience some more changes with this bottle as you spend some time with it. And when I say spend time with bottle, that's exactly what I mean. And if you're afraid you're going to plow through a bottle of wine, have 2 bottles of wine open, like Chef Chris and I have right here, so that you will somehow temper your speed of finishing a bottle so that you can see a bottle evolve. I've got no problem having 2 or 3 bottles open over a period of time, as long as you have like a little glass or sip of water, or maybe like a saltine type of cracker that doesn't bring a lot of flavor but brings kind of salt, and in between your tastings, just so you get a fresh palate. I think you're going to be just fine. Of course, your alcohol tolerance is a whole other issue, but I don't have any lightweights coming to my place.
I don't. Who are you talking about?
What you talking about? So, Chef, when you have something this, I don't know. I mean, you have to be careful with this.
I did.
Wine
Yeah, I mean, I'm really struggling with this. I mean, of course, it's new.
You got any cheese you want to throw at it? Maybe?
Well, I mean, I've got some cheese, and I'm certainly thinking about
or some
an incorporation of that.
Or some salami, or what about some prosciutto? I think that little salty might really enhance this.
The salt would.
This would go great with everyday fare, so that's why Rain's kind of working overtime, because he doesn't want to give you like the simplest thing in the world, because this could work great with pizza. It could great with a hamburger. I mean, I'm thinking that because the tannins are so integrated and soft, I really think this could go with spicy food too.
It really could, and I'm kind of leaning towards pork on this.
Yeah.
Just because it's, I want something. The pork has a great mouthfeel. It's lean.
Yeah, and it's kind of has in terms of flavor profile, pork can be right in the middle.
Yeah,
and you can take it over here, take it down there.
And I'm thinking about braising it. Tomato, farro kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it has a little oomph.
Textural.
A little oomph.
Aiming textures.
Yeah. The pork would lighten it up, but you're still getting
sure.
Or maybe even as a pasta. But not a cream pasta, like a. Yeah, it's going to be.
This would go great with any kind of starchy dish that you have as well. I think.
Hey, you know what I have? I have some more of that truffle pave.
Oh, really?
Maybe how about some roasted cauliflower with a truffle pave?
That would be beautiful. Yeah.
And just forget the pork. I mean, because that cauliflower when it's roasted, maybe a ginger roasted cauliflower with that pave.
So now chef's gone into the far ends of gourmet. So
I think that's where we're.
You just got whiplash.
That's where we're gonna land.
Yeah, that's.
We're gonna do a ginger roasted cauliflower with that Calvander pave with a little truffle.
There's your so spoiled.
There's your pairing.
So if you're not signing up for these, that's the kind of food you're missing, and it is always delicious.
Get on it. I mean, this wine is stupid. I mean, I would. I don't know if I'd ruin it with food, but I mean, obviously the food's going to help it. But this is outstanding. Well, I'll tell you,
is it getting
Portugal isn't half stepping on anybody.
Nah, I love Portuguese.
Why are we? No, I meant our society,
the world. Yes,
just not. I mean, and you've been dealing out some Portugal for the last 18 months.
It's either South Africa or Portugal. Right. I just can't get off those two.
Lithuania's next month, folks.
Watch out.
But I mean, they just, it used to be, I used to be like, well, all the values in Spain. No, it's not. It's in Portugal.
Right. Well,
I mean, you've converted me.
Well, and you know what, Chef? I'm glad you brought that up because we haven't done much Spain either. So we're right there.
I wasn't bringing it up because.
Looks like we'll be doing some Spanish wine.
All right, so you ready for something random?
Sure.
Oh, do you need to finish up on this before I go on this huge tangent?
Well, I just want to let you know that these are two beautiful wines.
Yes, they are.
That are delivering. You don't know it.
Delivering.
You won't know it till you taste them. So make sure that if you are missing out on these pickup packs and you're just watching this ridiculous show for its entertainment value, you're not getting the full picture. And it's even funnier when you're drinking with us. So that's all.
We crack each other up.
That's all I want to say about that. But we do appreciate all you people that are supporting us too, and picking up your packets every week. And I love it when people sign up before we even open the doors.
You don't even know what's coming.
But it's a lot of fun, and hey, in days like this, you can have a couple friends over, not a big party, just have a couple friends over,
which is the best kind of party, because it's more intimate.
Yep, absolutely. And watch this video. You can press pause, rewind, watch it again, or if you miss something, and don't be afraid to send us questions through the website, or obviously most people know how to reach us here at the winery, but you can put questions right here on the YouTube channel as well.
And we'll answer them.
Yep. All right, Chef, tangent time.
Forgot, I meant to talk to you about this beforehand, but so I ended up watching some show on Netflix called Rotten. But it's a series, and they tackle a different subject with each episode. One was avocados, one was wine. Anyway, there's one about wine. Mm-hmm. But it was about how the terrorists in France and in Spain out there on the border,
right? How
they are just, they're burning vineyards of anyone who collaborates with the Spaniards, and they're doing all this wild stuff that they've ruined tanks. I mean, they're just doing all this stuff because they're trying to preserve. They think Spain. Well, they're attacking French people who are collaborators with the Spanish, meaning they're importing their wine or they're doing this or that.
Yeah.
And it's starting to in like this area. It's not the Languedoc, but it sounds like that. But it's further down. I got to watch it again. I watched it late at night, so some of the details are
sure. They probably have heavy accents too.
And they do, but I mean, there's a group of folks. I mean, and they are hardcore. These French, old school winemakers who want the clock to never tick.
Right.
Everything's got to be like it was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And not that I'm not. I mean, I'm not picking sides.
I get it, Chef. You're just painting the picture.
I'm not picking sides because I kind of related to both.
I like both. I like new and old.
I related to both, but I mean, at the same time, if I caught somebody burning a vineyard or destroying my winery, there wouldn't be that group anymore.
There'd be blood and guts.
Yeah.
I
mean, and you're talking about old vines, 30, 40-year-old vines. Ancient family home thing is
takes
like
5 years to overcome that.
At least.
Yeah.
And anyway, it was. I think you should watch it. And I'd love to get your take on it because I kind of related to both. And there was one guy who was a French wine exporter, but he was also an importer of Spanish wines because business, international.
Well, that's
trade,
what trade is, right?
Trade
exchange.
And these are the wines. These wines aren't staying in France.
Right.
I mean, they're coming in. He's bottling them and he's shipping them to us or somebody.
Sure.
I mean, it's like he's a businessman.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, it's just I like get up. I come to work. I go to the grocery store. I go home. I get up. I come to work. I go to the grocery store. I go home. I mean, I just have this little bitty life. That I don't really get out of my world very often. It's like, and these people have lost their damn minds over their heritage and these perceived slights. And what I can't seem to wrap my head around is, why do you care? You go deal with your vineyard.
Right. Exactly.
You go and handle your stuff.
You handle your business.
What do you care what the Spanish are doing?
Yeah.
What do you care what the importer and the next town over's doing? You go grow your wine.
Right.
Sell your wine on your property.
Sure.
And if you come on my property, I've got a hole for you because you were going to end up dead.
Well, Chef,
and the French, how do they get away with that?
I'm not going to get into politics, but I'm going to tell you it's a lot like that here for other things. People wanting to tell you what to do.
Or else.
And if you don't, you're evil. If you don't do what we say, you're evil. And that's just not the case. And anyway, that's all I want to say about that.
Thanks for the wine.
I am going to watch that movie.
And the avocado portion was fascinating too because, and of course, there's a lot of drama, but basically, it was decided that California and Mexico couldn't make enough avocados to satisfy the world hunger for them. And in Mexico, I mean, the avocado farmers have rings of armed militants around their farm.
Right.
Because it's like the cartels are now dealing in avocado.
Yeah, and they the same cartels affected the lime industry several years back. They shut it down.
Billions and billions and billions of dollars. But then you go down into Chile, which is fascinating, which is now they've kind of taken over Chile. And because, what do they get? Like 2 inches of rain a year?
Yeah.
So now there's water wars. Because the avocado farmers are now getting all the water.
Right.
Because it's so much money.
Right.
And all the regular farmers are becoming destitute because the government's allowing them to steal, and all the wells are going dry, all the rivers are dried up, because they're all being diverted to the avocado farms.
Jeez.
And only the government's getting the kickback on the money, and they're like...
That sounds really familiar.
Does history repeat itself?
Time and time again. Well, let's just keep enjoying these.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean to go on a tangent there. I'm sorry. But I mean, it was fascinating. When I was talking about Spanish wine, it was like, I'm going to drink so much more Spanish wine now and never buy wine from that little cartel region in France.
Yeah.
Because I mean, are you
Well,
serious?
now you
let the man down the road can do what he wants with his property.
I gotta tell you, now I'm all nervous about Chilean wines.
Get off my
they
private
could
property.
be victims of this
It's coming.
avocado.
That's the first
cartel.
thing I thought. I was like, "You watch, it's
You better,
coming."
hey, this is a
Only the
warning.
vineyards at the base of the mountains that get the natural runoff, which isn't channeled. I don't know if you can tap it yet. They'll figure it out. They'll take all the money from education to figure out how to get
Still
that mountain water.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, you do you over there. Don't you worry about what I'm doing over here with my vineyard.
We gotta get a different stand. This thing just wobbles the whole time we're talking.
Yeah, it does.
I bet y'all feel like you're on a roller coaster or something.
I hope
There's not an earthquake.
I hope no one has a seizure.
Yeah, don't get seasick on us. Well, anyway, so we do this ridiculous video every week, and we appreciate everybody tuning in and giving us feedback. You know, a lot of people come in, restaurant,
we do
send
get
us
some
messages,
great
and we
feedback.
appreciate all the feedback and the tips for our high production value video here. So
Thank you.
we love wine. We love talking about it. We hope you've enjoyed the video.
We love you all.
And look forward to seeing you soon. You know, we got Valentine's Day coming up in 2 weeks, so if you haven't made Valentine's plans, we're doing a Valentine's menu on Friday and Saturday, but because Valentine's falls on Monday, we are going to open the restaurant for dinner, and we are going to be open for, 5 to 8?
Yes.
On Monday night?
Yes.
And that's a bonus if you want to do
We're
it.
not closing at 8. The last reservations we're taking on Monday will be at 8, but you don't feel like, if you're coming at 8, don't feel like you're rushed at all. We're just don't think.
Right. So, in addition to that, we'll also have a chef's table on Monday night.
Believe it.
And always on Friday and
Believe
Saturday.
that.
So there's a lot of opportunity to take the person you care about out and show them around. Or you can always roll solo and hang out with me and Chris at the chef's table. We'll be your date for the night. And
So are we going to sleep in on Sunday, or do we have something going on sandwiched in between that?
we do have a chocolate tasting on Sunday as well. So if you want to do something on the lighter side of things, if you're not into food, if you're just more into wine and chocolate, you can do that on Sunday at 1 o'clock.
We're also offering that to go, yes?
We're also going to do a virtual chocolate tasting as well.
So, options galore.
Yeah, we're going to keep you busy. So just be looking at social media. Yeah, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have, well, hopefully some emails going out.
Yes.
Et cetera, et cetera. And of course, you can always check our website, oldnorthstatewinery.com. Tell a friend. What else?
Share,
like,
subscribe.
share, all that good stuff. Hey, once again, 2 great, delicious winners here.
Oh, over the top.
And
over the top.
We can just keep delivering and tasting wine. I hope you enjoy them as much as we do.
Thank you so much, folks. We'll see you soon.